phone just started playing a random song. I don't know why. Anyways, everything should be recording properly. Sorry, I got distracted because my phone just acting. I said I wasn't gonna stream today, but I wanted to take a break from editing Sandrock videos. I got like 10 videos done. It took me like a few hours to do it, but I wanted to try to get that done. Because I did one video yesterday. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 videos today. In the matter of, what would that be? 6 hours? Like, that was at least, like, I don't know. How many hours would that be of content? Like, at least 10 hours. So that was a lot of editing, but I'm just gonna take a break. We're less than 6 hours away from Resident Evil 9, so I wanted to talk about that while I'm doing something. So let's power wash. Let's jump into it. Ski Center. Ahoy there, and welcome to Fumarole's premier tourist attraction, the Brushless Red Run. Precipitous ski runs, searing saunas, strongly flavored food. You name it, we take it all the way there. After Rushless went into dormancy and the snow started to fall, we sensed a golden business opportunity and opened up Caldera County's ski resort. But one thing we didn't anticipate was how dirty it gets up here. We only got the place cleaned a couple of weeks ago and it's already filthy. Wow, you went to the frickin' competition? Wow, Kim. Hello? Anyway, I wanted to talk about some stuff. I wanted to talk about Resident Evil 9, which is coming out in less than 6 hours, like I said before. But, it's a game that I've been looking forward to ever since it was announced. I don't exactly know how they're gonna pull off Raccoon City. Because that is a whole can of worms that I don't think they should reopen. It's gonna be cool to see, to be honest, but like, I'm not the biggest fan of like retreading the past and stuff. Yeah, maybe should have mentioned that even the cable car itself is a bit clogged up. Okay. May have to wash the entire gondola to free the sensors before you can get out to do the rest. Anyways, like, after the missile blew up Raccoon City, you'd think it would never be seen again, but maybe they just ran out of ideas or something. I don't know, but I'm excited for it nonetheless. It's gonna be a really fun time. I'm hoping that the scares are really good as well. I'm not a big fan of how all of the YouTubers are posting videos already on the game. Because it's not even out for, I think, everybody else. So I got spoiled a little bit when I opened up YouTube today. I didn't really much appreciate it, but like, I've only seen the demo gameplay of like the monster and whatnot, where you're running away from the monster and hiding from the monster. So I think that's probably gonna be like really scary. And I don't know how they're gonna pull it off, but I'm hoping that it's scarier than Resident Evil 8 was, because Resident Evil 7, which is more of a recent modernized version of the game, is it was really scary. I really enjoyed my first run through of that game, and then Resident Evil 8 was like had a few moments where the scares were there. Like the baby was the scariest part of that game. And then there were a couple other tense moments here and there, but it was more like action based, and I wasn't a big fan of that. I enjoyed Village nonetheless, but it wasn't something that I particularly wanted to play through again and again and again, trying to find all the things, like get all the moments like done with over and over again. Resident Evil 7, when I played through it again for the channel, it was a really good time because it was like worth doing. Like the world and the story was really good, and I really enjoyed how they put it all together. Oh, we're already done with this apparently. Yeah, I really enjoyed Resident Evil 7. Resident Evil 8 I enjoyed as well, not as much. It was fun. And then Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake was a trip as well. Resident Evil 2 was really scary. I really enjoyed that game on my first run. Oh. Aha, bingo, out you pop. And then Resident Evil 3, although it had its moments, I wasn't a big fan of because it was really short. And I think a lot of people agree that it's like, because of the shortness, it wasn't as good. I'm hoping, I read somewhere, I don't know how true this is, but I'm hoping that it's true, that Resident Evil 9 has 2 campaigns, technically. One with Grace and one with Leon, that is both 10 hours worth of content, which is surprising because I'm gonna get a lot of mileage out of that. Yeah, I'm hoping that that's true, and that it will be worth like playing over and over again. Because if it's not, and it's a really big letdown, then it's gonna be really disappointing. I'm just really hoping that the expectations are all going to be worthwhile, you know? Because if they're not, then they should probably just stop making Resident Evil games. Like, I heard that they're potentially remaking Resident Evil 5 and 6. Like, I heard Resident Evil 5 might be in development. I'm not entirely sure. I don't keep up with that type of stuff anyways, but it'd be really cool because I've never played Resident Evil 5. I heard that it's a mixed bag, so that I'd rather wait until they modernized it, because I feel like modernized controls and like modernized story and characters and stuff would probably be more beneficial than like a dated game from like back in like the 2000s, 2010s, like early 2010s. But I'm not gonna hold my breath on that just yet. It's gonna be really exciting to see how Resident Evil 9 performs as well, because I never want to speak ill about any game or any developer or anything unless they absolutely deserve it. Like And by that, I mean, like, a developer that is only in it for the money rather than the passion of game development is somebody that I don't want to associate with. And I think Capcom is a company that tries to make the best games that they possibly can, even if they undersell, underdeliver. Because if they didn't care, they wouldn't be remaking all these, like, beloved games from back in the day and stuff. So I'm hoping that it does well, that they will, like, keep making the games that people want, rather than just like, oh, it's a cash grab, you know? So, something that I'm hoping that they work on. And I should also mention that when I do play Resident Evil 9 for the main channel, like I said, I don't know how much mileage I'm gonna get out of it. Mainly because I don't have much time to edit down like immediately. So it might be longer episodes, it might be shorter episodes. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm hoping I can actually finish the game. Because some games I just don't want to finish. Either because I'm too much of a pansy or for the like the game is too difficult or whatever. Usually Resident Evil games aren't super like difficult, but they are terrifying sometimes. So I'm just hoping that I can actually get through it all. Where's this other bit? Say, but I got all of that. Anything? I wish I could, get on top of here without using anything. Because I don't think I can... Well, I can get up there. I just have to do this. probably do. But yeah, I'm really hoping that Resident Evil 9 is gonna be my game of the year, because there's a couple other games that are coming out this year that I'm probably not gonna be too particularly thrilled with. Like GTA 6 is gonna be releasing sometime this year, allegedly. Still not holding my breath on that front because it's been delayed like 3 times now. But it is a game that I probably will play eventually. But and then there's a couple other games that I'm not entirely sure when they're coming out. But I will probably play for the channels. Like the last 2, the Moon game was supposed to come out at the end of the last year, but I think it got delayed or something. And then after that, it will end completely. If that game comes out this year, it'll probably be my game of the year. Like last year, Dispatch was my game of the year, which is surprising because I thought there would be a couple other games that I played that were going to be my game of the year. But I really enjoyed it. And it wasn't even that big of a game either, surprisingly enough. But I enjoyed it. And the only games that I really play for the channels are like games that I really want to play, rather than just for like the sake of like, oh, it came out recently, I have to play it immediately to get the views and stuff. So I try to strategize what games I want to play for the channels and which ones I don't. Because most times, if I play a game and I don't think I can get a lot out of it, or like something that I'm going to to enjoy as well as my audience is going to enjoy, is like it's not a big you know, alignment or anything. Like it's like the Venn diagram of it all. There's not much shared space. Was that all on top? I was gonna say, but yeah, it's not a whole lot of overlap. That's the word I'm looking for. But I try to have that overlap be there. Like I've been trying to catch up on a lot of games as well, that I've either never played before, or that I haven't played in a very long time, but that I never played for the channels. So I try to strike a nice balance with it all. And it's really hard to find that balance. But anyways, I just try to do things that I want to do versus just doing it for the sake of doing it. 'Cause I'm not going to waste my time on a game that I'm not going to waste, or that I'm not like a fan of. Because there's a lot of games out there that I have tried playing and I'm just not having a good time with. Like the biggest example that I can think of that from like recent memory is Half-Life. Like I was trying to get through Half-Life last year, after I promised I was gonna play through it, and it wasn't a good time for me because of the like funky controls and like all of the like enemies like just like killing me within like a few like hits. I just wasn't having a good time with it. Maybe if I played like a more modernized version of Half-Life, like Black Mesa or something, which I think is like a remake of it, but I would have a better time with it, but it just doesn't seem worth it. Like, I really wanted to play through Half-Life 2 because that game was supposed to be like better than the first one. I was really excited to get to that one. But since I never beat the first Half-Life, I just decided not to play it. So I just had to find that nice balance. So it's unfortunate, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it, obviously. And if I'm going to play a game that I don't want to play, it has to do well for the channels. Like I was trying to get through Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep a couple years ago, like a year or two ago. I think it was about a year ago. But I was trying to get through it, and I wasn't having a good time with it. But it was doing really well view-wise on the VOD channel. So I was like, okay, well, now I have to finish it. And then I never actually finished it anyways, so I got all the way up to the last, like, little bit, and I just couldn't beat it. I didn't have time to go off and grind. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna end it here. No, so it's just I just gotta find the balance of doing it all versus not doing it. Did I get the door? I missed the frame. There we go. But yeah, I just don't want to subject myself to a game I'm not going to have fun with. It's not worth my time. Tell you what, I didn't used to know a thing about space, but since opening this place, I've been really getting into stargazing. Down in Fumuro, we can only ever see 6 or 7 stars max, but up here we can see hundreds of them. They're literally everywhere. Yeah. Not like there's only like a few stars in the universe. What is this, Iron Lung? Speaking of Iron Lung, that's a game that I tried getting through that I just didn't understand. Like, I didn't know what I was doing wrong in that game when I tried playing it. And I eventually just decided to not finish it. And I decided to play Sinking Iron, which was Luxian's version of Iron Lung instead. And I was able to beat that one because it was a lot easier to understand. Where? Not this. It is on this stuff. But yeah, I tried getting through a lot of games last year that I just wasn't able to finish. I had to call an audible. So, if I ever say I'm gonna play a game, and I end up not playing that game, I usually try to be transparent about it and say like, hey, no, I said I was gonna do this, but I decided not to. I decided to put it on the back burner. I know I kind of got off track from Resident Evil, but I'm just going off on a tangent. But yeah, there's a lot of games that I tried playing through. That I either start and then never finish, or I just start and then it takes me forever to get through. Like, I was playing through Nier Automata last year. I got a couple episodes in, then I decided to stop playing because I didn't have time to grind and I didn't have time to like do all this like side quest stuff and all this other stuff. It's like JRPGs are difficult for me to edit and record and all that stuff. And it's not something that I particularly like to stray away from. Like, I like JRPGs. I like playing through JRPGs because they're fun. But for the channels, they just don't seem like a good fit. You know? Where it's like, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish them in a reasonable amount of time. And I don't want them to go on for too long. So I have to find a nice balance of like which games to play. And then some other games are just frustrating to get through. Like Dragon Quest XI, when I was playing through it last year, right at the end, I was like getting frustrated with it because it wanted me to be like level like 80 or something by the time I fought the last boss, and I'm like, not worth it. I should be like level 50, level 60 by the time I get to the final boss. I understand it's probably optional content at that point, but it's like, it's the principle of the matter that is the issue. You know? But it's like, I shouldn't have to grind just to finish all of the content. Especially when it takes forever to level up. So, I ended up just not finishing that playthrough all the way to the very end because I didn't have time. I just didn't. And then that playthrough didn't do well at all. Like the streams themselves did okay, but the videos on the main channel didn't do well at all. So it just didn't seem worth finishing at that point. You know? Because although I have said this multiple times, but I don't care about the numbers. I really don't. I don't care about views. I don't care about the subscriber count. Because it's all just like random bullshit that I don't care. I'm at the whim of an algorithm that either just doesn't care about their users. Because a lot of the time, I'm going off on a tangent. A lot of the time, videos don't go out to subscribers anyways. So, what is the point of video creation, like content creation, if the videos don't go out anyway, you know? So I'm just doing it for fun at this point. It just doesn't seem worth trying to like try to put at ease the algorithm. And it's just going back to Resident Evil full circle, where I'm trying to get through the games, and it's like even the Resident Evil playthroughs, like on the main channel, didn't do well, but the streams did. So, because I think if I remember correctly, like for example, Resident Evil 7, the live streams did really well. They got like at least 30 views per video or per stream. But then the main channel videos only got like 1 to 2 views anyway. So that it's just frustrating to try to do it all. I also think the VOD channels do much better than the main channel sometimes. Like, I'm honestly tempted to eventually move away from like gaming content on the main channel and do more fun stuff, like maybe like reaction videos or like music or animations or stuff like that. I feel like that would be more worth trying to build than gaming content that either doesn't do well or doesn't do anything at all, you know? I don't know. That's just something that I've been thinking about the last year or so. Especially since I started shifting back towards daily content. And speaking of daily content, I'm gonna go off on another tangent here. I'm 95% done with the next 2 years worth of content as I'm recording this. I think, hold on, I have it pulled up somewhere. I need to record 34 videos to be 2 years ahead of schedule. And then I only have like 130 videos to record for the rest of 2026 to the rest of 2028, or the 2027-2028 season. So I almost have the next 2 seasons completely done. And as I'm recording this, it is currently February 2026, so I'm very much ahead of schedule. And I'm trying to keep a nice balance going. Because I posted a video not too long ago saying I was completely burnt out. And I wasn't really feeling up to recording and editing stuff down. But I didn't want to stop the grind. I know I was just complaining about grinding, but it's not really the same thing. It's more a case of like, I don't like being not productive, like unproductive, but at the same time, like, I'd rather just do things like for fun rather than for the grind. So I have to find that nice balance of like what I'm doing on a daily basis. Because some days I'm just not feeling up to recording a video or editing videos down. And if I'm not feeling up to it, then what's the point, you know? Like if I'm feeling unmotivated and if I'm feeling like lazy and just like unproductive, it's just not a good feeling. I always want to be doing something. Like when I'm at work, for example, I'm not really going to go into many details because they don't want me talking about that type of stuff. But when I'm at work, like I don't really like doing things because I'm not good at them. Like my boss always says that I do well at them. He's always like rooting me on and stuff, but it's like I'm just not good at it. I don't feel confident in my abilities to do things. And I only say this because when I'm playing games, if I'm not feeling up to it, then I just don't want to do it, you know? Going back to being like, I don't want to do things for the sake of doing things. It's just not something I want to put energy into. And I know it's kind of a different story because work is like, oh, it has to be done because it's always, it's a job, you know? So it's like, I just try to find a nice balance of things. Also, that moon is big. I just noticed it. But, yeah, it's just difficult for me to actually do. But anyway, I feel like that's enough talk about content creation for now. Yeah, I'm excited for Resident Evil 9. Just going back to Resident Evil real quick. It is a series that I've always enjoyed. Not always. I got into it very late. Like, I got into it, like, after Resident Evil 7 came out. I was playing it on the PS4. And that was my first, like, kind of introduction to Resident Evil. But ever since, I've really enjoyed all the games that have come out. Like, I enjoyed Resident Evil 7, Village, Resident Evil 2, 3, a little bit of 4, not really 4. Like, 4 was a little bit of a slog to get through. I played the original Resident Evil 4 and the original, not the original, the remake of 4. So, like, and I also tried getting through the first Resident Evil game, but it was the remake version, and I was not having a good time with it because I didn't like the static cameras and the, like, well, not the static cameras, the fixed cameras. So like the angles and stuff. It just wasn't a good time for me. I wasn't enjoying it, but all the modern games I've enjoyed. So I'm really hoping that Resident Evil 9 lives up to my expectations. Because if it doesn't, I don't know what the future is gonna hold for that series. I really don't. So we'll see, but that's coming out in a few hours, so hopefully I have it preloaded, so hopefully I'm able to get into it like almost immediately. It said on the Steam page that I might have to download something after the fact, so I'm not entirely sure. How that's gonna work. God, I'm really sick and tired of this stuff, man. Thank you. Let's say, where did it go? Put it back down on the ground. Like, they think that a lot more things to clean is more fun content. It kills the pacing when it's like 2 hours to clean one thing. Stupid, I don't like it. Like, the mobility scooter took 5 minutes to clean. Some jobs take upwards to like 2 hours to clean. Kills the pacing. Then they're coming out with DLC in April. And I'm gonna try to finish this series before that DLC comes out, because I want to make sure I'm able to complete the game before any other content is added. I'm almost done with achievements as well. I only have like 4 achievements left to actually get, so I'm hoping I can get 100% completion before that DLC comes out, so I can actually say that I 100%ed this game, because I didn't even 100% the first Power Wash simulator, mainly because of all of the DLC. Do I see a little bit of orange up there? I'm not sure. Also at night, you have all these lovely swirling colors wafting about. It's absolutely gorgeous. I had no idea that was even a thing. Yeah, light pollution will do that to you. I've never seen the night sky very clear. Like, clear as, like you can see, like, all the constellations and stuff. Like, I've seen stars and stuff, and I've seen a bunch of stuff without a bunch of light pollution, but at the same time, it's just not the same, really. Oh, the deck front. What did I miss? There we go. I don't see anything else here. I just don't see the last little bit here. Yeah, I wish it was nighttime so I could see. Well, I wish I could like switch it to nighttime if I really wanted to. Which I do, kind of. So I can actually see where this orange stuff is. 'Cause I don't see this anywhere. I also wish it would stop pulsating as well. I'll just come back to it, I guess. Unless I can see it somewhere else. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's see. That's what I figured. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Because I know for a fact I'm missing. Underneath, I think. the surrounding area. Let's not forget the moon up there, spinning away like a top. Beautiful. It is spinning. That's not a good sign. In a second. Barriers.
I miss? No idea. About halfway there. Funny one. What do you want, Mayor? Dirt Finder, the county tour is exceeding all expectations, and consequently, my modest limousine requires your immediate attention. I'll do that. Alright, come. 69%. Nice. Am I missing in the spa? Oh. I didn't realize this was all part of the spa suit. Not that it's a spa dog. There's not that much left to do. It's just a lot of work. That's the issue. And I can't do anything. Karen? Kind of baffled as to why no one seems to be worrying about the moon spinning. I told you it wasn't a good sign. Technically, it's not affecting anything down here yet, but it hasn't just started doing that for no reason. Seismic energy deficit. We're recording at the volcano has to be linked somehow. God dang it. Didn't mean to fall down. The roof left. There's 3 different roofs. Wow, that is night and day. We're fully deserving of your name, Peak Cleaning. Hopefully it'll stay clean longer than a couple of weeks this time. Hopefully. Alright. Let's do the other one. Extra long limo. Dirt Finder, what a glorious and colorful county we live in. I've just about finished my tour, and between you and me, I think I know who's getting that incredible undisclosed Town of the Year prize. But I wasn't expecting such a reaction from the crowd. Everywhere I went, people showered me with such love, praise, and produce. Folks here are so proud of their local identities. My extra long limousine is like a tapestry of adoration. It's not just any dirt on that thing, it's the people's dirt. I'm almost ashamed to wash it all off. But I'm wearing my white suit to a fundraising dinner for the recovery of those gem plates. So I suppose you want to know who's going to run away with that coveted Town of the Year award, right? I guess. I just know it's a helicopter or something. Well, let's start with who's not gonna win. Boomerol, Power Falls, Sponge Valley, Blueberry City. If I'm being honest, which I always am, those towns were a complete waste of fuel. So out of who's left, let's start with Pumpkin. Lots of people out to see me there, so big plus for that. Also, great food. But a maniacal duck and goat blew it for them. Plus the farm switching up, such a petty response to being denied the water they need to run a viable business. Pathetic, so it's a big no for pump. God, this guy sucks. Next up, I guess, is that fancy pants detergento. But what have they got? A restroom that flips up whenever you need it? Yeah, pretty handy. Actually, they're in with a shout. Hey, where's this not gonna fit? Let's move on to Buckethead. I've never known such treachery and poor art, especially that hippie Skinner. In fact, I've got a cease and desist out on the place, so it's a no for Buckethead too. Next down the line is Suds East. I mean, are they even taking this competition seriously? Probably not, seeing as how it's not a serious competition. From what I've heard, they haven't even begun cleaning up at all. I gave them a flyby, and that's all they're getting. That's a helicopter. Then we have my hometown, Muckingham. Those folks follow me everywhere I went and will always have a place in my heart. But I've outgrown the place. It feels so small now, and such insignificance must never be rewarded. God, this guy is an asshole. There we go. In anticipation of the mayor's visit, we're reopening our historic shopping mall in Sparkleton. We'd like you to clean it. Next time. Once again, you've excelled yourself, Dirt Finder. Last stop, Sparkleton, which is other end of the county. Who organized this tour? Oh, a polite final warning. You have until the morning of the Town of the Year award ceremony to return Ulysses to me forever, or face the consequences. I have highly lucrative marketing opportunities that will be forfeited by his absence. That cat wearing that hat, simple as that. PCM JJ13. Alright, I'm going to end it here for now. I'm going to go off, edit this down, upload it, and then after that fact, I'm just going to chill until Resident Evil 9 comes out, and then we'll go from there. But in the meantime, thank you everybody for watching. I'm not good with outro, so I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.